As connected as we all are, from social media to dating sites, chances are you've met a special someone online and have hoped to take it to the next level. But there's always the risk you'll end up like Manti Te'o, finding out that your faraway love interest doesn't look like she does in her photo, doesn't sound like he does on the phone, and may not even exist at all. How can you avoid being a catfish victim?
It's key for you to control what information you put on the internet, because whatever information you release out there can be used to groom you or to pretext you in tech terms, to try to get you to engage in that relationship. You definitely want to be cautious of whatever photos or videos or blogs that you're putting out there, and just be aware of it. So you start to engage in a real relationship, you're aware of what's out there. Also, you want to treat every relationship the same way you would a normal one in real life. Anything you do, for example, you meet a stranger at the store, you should probably talk to that same person the same way.
I was talking to this person online. You know, it starts in a chat room, then you speak somewhat privately. Things just seem to roll. The people that do this type of thing to people like us, they're prepared for it. It's not like they're just, shooting off the cuff. They have everything in place. She said that she was suffering from some type of leukemia. And when we first started to talk, she said, I have this odd bruising. And you're listening, and you have two types of people, I think, in the world. The type of people that if you tell them there's a problem, they run from you, and the other type of a person that says, well, gee, what could I do to help you? And I think that's probably when she knew sort of that I was hooked. I could probably have fun with this guy, I guess making him jump through hoops or whatever the case may be. Started with the sickness, and then I said to myself, in the back of my mind, here's where she's going to say, I don't have health insurance. Could you send me $10,000? Nothing like that happened. Then she was better, thank God. Then there was a very rough spot. She wouldn't tell me what was up. It comes out later on that she was saying that she was the victim of a rape. So then you say, oh my God, these things could happen. And I really didn't tell anybody about this relationship until it was more solid, until we met face to face. I had my doubts. Some things just didn't add up right.
But you booked your tickets.
Yeah, booked.
And how much did they cost you?
With the tickets, I booked a room at the Sheraton. Let's say in excess of $1,000. I didn't need an auto. I didn't need a car because she was going to be picking me up at the airport and so on and so forth. We booked the flight. Everything is set. Her sister contacts me and said, my sister's been in a terrible car accident. She's in the emergency room. She's in a coma. This whole big thing. I called the hospital because she had told me in a prior conversation the hospital she worked at. They said that it wasn't the case. They don't have anybody there employed there by that name. Then they said they had nobody in the emergency by that name. I confronted the sister said, well, that's where she was raped, and that's why they're saying, they just kept spinning it.
It's tough. Like everyone kind of described, some of these hoaxes can get extremely elaborate. They do a lot of their research, and these relationships can go for years. But some ways I try to avoid it is ask them specific and measurable questions, maybe things that you can verify somewhere else online. Pop up Google Hangout, Skype. These technologies now exist. We can actually see the person. The more personal you can get with them to gather more information, the more information you have to make a good opinion as to, is this a real relationship or am I being hoaxed here?